Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is January 10th, 2020, and this is a mid-month love reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Because this is a general love reading, it can pertain to any kind of relationship, situation, or circumstance that you're dealing with. Be flexible with the energy. Don't be concerned about the gender of the cards or the pronouns that I'm using to describe them. You can interchange the roles within the reading. In other words, you might be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the cards. And finally, you might feel like I'm reading for you, but you could also feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. So take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. My intention is to reach as many people as I can who need the message the most and who will benefit the most from the message. Guest starring today is my friend Carmilla. She is my son's bird, and she likes to do readings with me, so she's going to hang out, hopefully behave, we'll see. And I'm going to give this deck one more shuffle. The cat's over here playing in his tunnel, so he's being quiet today, fortunately, at least for now. And let's give this deck a cut, Sagittarius, so we'll get started with you and see what's going on for mid-month, January 2020 for Sagittarius. Here we go. So we have the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. And I spoke too soon and I just jinxed it. Now the cat is going to make noise. He's doing that meow that cats do when they like catch a mouse, except he just caught his toy. So now he's meowing as though he's caught some prey for dinner. Anyway, he should stop pretty soon. Sylvester, please don't. Please don't do that. Queen of Cups in reverse with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Swords, the Emperor, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Sun. Sylvester, please don't do that. I gave him the stare down. I think he knows I'm serious. Let's see. Nope, he didn't take me seriously. Okay, Sagittarius. So we have Queen of Cups on the table in reverse. So I'm feeling like you might be working on getting out of your head regarding something, an issue, maybe a relationship. This could be something that you've been dealing with for a while. Maybe you feel like you have gotten over something, and then you start thinking about it again, and then you're working on getting over it again, trying to erase it from your mind. That's what I get out of your two cards in your underlying energy. Ten of Swords for me is a new beginning. You're taking, after an ending, after a harsh, brutal ending, but then it's like starting over again with the same old shit type of thing. So I feel with these two cards coming out together, you might still be dwelling on something from the past that you thought you had let go, and it's creeped back into your head, and you're just in the process maybe of, just trying to get that out of your system. I do feel like you're the Queen of Cups energy in this set of cards so far. And the Queen of Cups can be somebody who is feeling a little emotional, feeling all up in their feels, maybe feeling sad or depressed or disappointed. And again, I get the feeling you're trying to let something go or trying to release something. Maybe that, again, that you feel like you've let go from the past, but it's crept back into your head, dealing with it again. It might be that if this is a relationship, for example, it might be one of those things where the person comes back up into your thoughts, and you're thinking about, gee, I wonder what so-and-so is doing now. You know, I haven't seen them or spoken to them in a few months. I wonder what they're up to, that type of thing. I think you feel that you'd be better off or much happier if you maybe stopped trying to figure out what's going on with this person or what's new with them, or maybe trying to gain some information regarding either a past event that you felt disappointed by or a past relationship or person that didn't work out in your favor. Let's get some more cards out here, Sagittarius. Let's see what else is going on for you. So clarifying the 9 of Swords, we have Death. And clarifying the 10 of Swords in reverse, we have the King of Pentacles. The Queen is clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Empress in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse clarifying the Page of Swords. The Emperor is clarified by the 7 of Wands. The Page of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Hermit. And the Sun is clarified by the 4 of Swords in reverse. So, the King of Pentacles came out in your underlying energy, clarifying the 10 of Swords. This person might be the person that you're dealing with, or the person that you're thinking about. The person that maybe you ended things with, and maybe, you know, this person is back on your mind. With Death clarifying the 9 of Swords, again, this feels like an ending that you might be revisiting, thinking about again, and ending possibly with this person, whether it was partnership, romantic partnership, friendship. Could be any kind of relationship. The King of Pentacles is actually a very loyal, compassionate, grounded, caring individual. Somebody who, this can be like a family man, somebody who has high integrity, very trustworthy and honest. This would be a hard person to let go of, Sagittarius, so I can see why you might be dwelling on this, because the King of Pentacles is someone you want to hang on to. This is someone that, the type of person you want in your life, whether, you know, partnership, marriage material, or just a loyal friend, even a loyal family member that you're close to, that you want to stay connected with. So if this is the person that you're dealing with that's kind of resurfacing in your head, I can understand why that might be someone hard to forget or let go of. You might want to reconnect with this person, but I have a feeling if you do, you want to feel like you are a little bit more in control, maybe of your emotions, than you might feel right now. I think you're working toward that, Sagittarius. You have the 9 of Pentacles clarifying your energy. So while you might not be totally in control of your actual emotions in regards to this connection, the rest of your life seems to be kind of moving along nicely. So the 9 of Pentacles can indicate someone who is doing quite well, making, you know, good money, has a good solid job, you know, you're paying your bills and enjoying the day-to-day life. This can also indicate single energy. And the one thing I think that it looks like in the cards is you're trying to just kind of let go of maybe feeling a little bit insecure about this relationship or this connection that maybe ended from the past, and it's resurfacing again for you. Maybe you don't have a lot of information in regards to what this person is up to now, and you really are kind of hopeful to gain some information or hear from them, or know what's going on in their life. This may have been an ending. Maybe you didn't end on bad terms, and you're just kind of wanting to reconnect to kind of see how this person is doing, and maybe that will allow you to move on or feel better about how things are going. Maybe things didn't end on a good note, and you want to reconnect in order to kind of reestablish at least a friendship, or let them know that no hard feelings between the two of you, that maybe you're just trying to move on emotionally, and maybe you're even wanting to communicate to gain some closure, or just to reconnect to kind of, maybe you're looking to rekindle a relationship. But it does look like you're trying to either leave the thought of this person behind and move on, or you are actually trying to acquire some information regarding this person since they left your life, so that you can either mend your emotions regarding this individual, or just find out how they are so that you can ease your mind about how they're doing after ending things with them. If they are embodying this King of Pentacles energy, Sagittarius, this person's doing fine. This person's doing well and is moving on quite nicely. This energy can also indicate that they do still have some loyalty in regards to you, or do still feel a connection. So let's see what else we get for you, Sagittarius. Clarifying the Nine of Swords. With Death, we have Justice in reverse. And the Ten of Swords with the King of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Cups. So I'm getting the sense that maybe you feel like this ending was unjust, or that there was still something there between the two of you, and maybe you do want to reconnect with this person. Maybe they keep creeping back into your head because you feel like this ending wasn't justified. And there might still be love there. And perhaps that's why this person is still popping up in your head once in a while. Maybe you're having dreams about this person, or maybe, going about your day-to-day business, and commercial comes on TV, something that maybe you two laughed about in the past, or a TV program that you used to enjoy together, or some day-to-day event that makes you remember this person, or memories come back. And I think while you both seem to be doing well on your own, this King of Cups energy is looking like she might be up in her feels, might be reminiscing. And I feel like you may want to leave that behind. You may want to let that go, because maybe you feel like this is kind of selfish of you to kind of bring back these old feelings, or even kind of bring this person back into your life. Perhaps you both did move on and you don't want to interrupt that healing process. I just reshuffled these cards. Damn it. I just reshuffled. Apparently I was supposed to reshuffle them. Okay, see what comes up. Hopefully it still resonates for you. That was subconsciously done, so I'm going to go ahead and go with it. So we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Queen of Cups. Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Cups in reverse. Page of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Cups in reverse. Emperor is clarified by the Four of Swords in reverse. This is a repeat. And Five of Pentacles is clarifying the Page of Pentacles. And the Sun is clarified by the Ace of Wands. What's your plan, Carmilla? You know when you crawl down my arm, it makes it very difficult for me to do my thing. Do you need to poop? Why don't you go on the table? Don't mess with the cards, please. So, sorry, I'm distracted by the bird. I'm reshuffling my decks when I don't normally do that. Apparently Spirit wants me to do things a little differently today, so I'm just going to roll with it, Sagittarius, and see what happens. So I get the feeling that you feel this may have been a missed opportunity. Now, again, this is starting to feel like it could have been a romantic partner, but it could be just a really good friend that maybe you broke it off with, or maybe you guys, you know, moved away. But you're hanging on to the emotions and definitely feeling a little stuck and unable to move on from this relationship. I do feel like you want to release this person from, and just, you pooped on the table and now you're crawling around on my cards. I'm not okay with that. I do feel like you're frustrated with the emotions that you're feeling. You're feeling maybe a little frustrated with the amount of time you might be spending thinking about this. Okay, come here, come here. Honestly. I mean, obviously I have a very specific way I put my cards out, so when she starts walking through them, she messes them all up. Okay. Let's get this next deck going. So there is, I think you might be realizing that you are not only unable to move on emotionally from this connection, this ending, but you might want to express that you're feeling unhappy, and maybe you want to find out how this King of Pentacles is feeling. See if maybe they, you know, your memory is still popping up in their head once in a while. Again, I get the feeling, however, that you really don't want to feel like emotions are directing your motives in this, or emotions are the motives in regards to reconnecting with this person, because I have a feeling like you're feeling a little defensive about this. In other words, you may want to kind of keep that emotional factor to yourself for now if you're going to reapproach this person, because you may not be sure about how they would respond to you telling them, hey, look, I'm really unhappy, I'd like to reconnect with you. Kind of wondering how you're feeling too, because frankly, Sagittarius, maybe you're feeling like you may have missed out on a Ten of Cups opportunity. And Ten of Cups, if you're familiar with tarot meanings, this is ultimate happiness and joy. Not just yours, it's for the people around you, family dynamic, possible, you know, future in not just romance, but family, friends, that kind of thing. So this is in reverse, and I do feel like you might want to be communicating that this ending has made you feel like maybe you've missed out on something. You let something slip through your fingers, and I think, Sagittarius, you want to try again. If I'm being totally honest, based on what I see in this first 3 sets of cards, we'll see if I change my mind with this next set, but it looks like you want to reconnect with this King of Pentacles and are feeling a little hesitant to approach or communicate because maybe you don't feel if that this person feels the same. Based on their energy in your with this Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups, it looks like it could be mutual. They still feel loyalty towards you. I mean, this is the energy this person is embodying in regards to you. So even if this person, for example, has released a certain level of emotions in regards to your connection with them, they still feel loyal, they still feel compassionate, they still feel a connection, they still feel They still have positive energy in regards to you. Let's get this next set of cards out. Hopefully I won't shuffle too many more extra times if I don't need to. Okay, death is clarified by the Six of Swords. This card indicates moving on. And again, with this card clarifying the Nine of Swords and Justice in reverse, you might feel this ending and moving on from this ending is unjustified. It's not the right thing to do. It's not the right move to make. The King has the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying his energy. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's not budging. So this can indicate that he hasn't moved on. That he's kind of feeling stuck right now or stagnant. This is all about kind of, you know, not knowing next moves to make, or feeling stuck or feeling stagnant. This person could just be kind of in limbo right now. If that's pertaining to new relationships, that's what that could indicate with this Ace of Cups in your underlying energy, that this person just hasn't made any moves to making a new connection. If that's something that's on your mind, the cards could possibly be indicating that this person just hasn't moved on in regards to a new relationship. We have the Two of Pentacles, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. Three of Swords in reverse. There's the Ten of Swords again, clarifying the Tower. The High Priestess in reverse. Seven of Cups, clarifying the Hermit. And the Three of Cups, clarifying the Four of Swords. So I don't think you've heard much from this person. It feels like you haven't really kept up to date on how they're doing. It doesn't feel like, you know, you two have been in contact much. You just don't know what's going on with this King of Pentacles, or vice versa, or obviously both. If you haven't been in contact with this person, they don't know how you're doing either. So I do feel like there is a lack of communication. And you might be desiring contact because you are confused, maybe confused about the ending, maybe wanting, again, either closure or more information regarding how this person feels, or if they still feel a connection or feel like there might be something left, so that you can both try again. You may have found out some information through some mutual friends regarding this person. You might have common connections in a circle of friends or family members, and maybe have communicated with those people, and they have maybe given you some information in regards to this person also feeling like you're the one that got away, or that this relationship was a missed opportunity, something that slipped through their hands. So maybe because you've received some information, some kind of secondhand information through some mutual friends, or family members that you both are still connected to, that maybe that is kind of sparking your interest in finding out more. Seeing if this person is still feeling the same about you that you're feeling about them. I do feel like you're trying to heal, Sagittarius, and part of that process in order to heal would be releasing the emotions that are attached to this person, and you haven't done that yet. That's the part you're still stuck on, so you're still definitely hanging on to the emotions. On the other hand, you are also still doing quite well on your own. managing your finances. You know, maybe, you know, if you split up and you moved out from a home that you shared together, or, you know, apartment or whatever, it looks like you've been able to reestablish yourself quite nicely and you're doing okay in that department. It's just the emotional factor that still has you feeling stuck. And that's understandable if for whatever reason this ending ultimately was unjustified. Maybe this ending occurred because there was something that was keeping you two from staying together. Maybe somebody had to move away for work or school opportunity. If that's what ended your relationship, I think it's obvious that that would be why you would still have some feelings regarding this person, because again, it doesn't feel like there is any animosity or hard feelings or resentment in regards to this this relationship ending. And if this wasn't a romantic relationship, it's possible it could have just been a new relationship that never really quite was established or solid enough to try to make it work. If it was a situation where somebody had to move away, maybe you just didn't feel like long distance was going to work out for you, and so you two just broke it off. And I do feel like you're seeking to gain some information about how this person is doing, and maybe how they're feeling. Based on what I'm seeing in the card, Sagittarius, I don't see any reason for you not to contact this person. And if you're worried about feeling vulnerable regarding your feelings, which is indicated in the cards here as well, maybe that's not such a bad thing to show that you're feeling kind of sad about the split up, feeling a little disappointed, because that might, this person might react in a positive manner and say, you know what, I'm feeling the same way. That's obviously going to be up to you, how you choose to approach this person if you do reconnect with them, and what you communicate to them. But I don't ever believe that holding back on the truth or holding back on how you feel is necessarily a good idea. Excuse me, because you're just, you know, whatever information you keep to yourself, ultimately you might regret and think, shit, I should have said something to them. I should have let them know how I feel. Then what you do is keep yourself stuck. I mean, if you want to reconnect, go ahead and put it all out there on the table and let this person know how you feel, and go one way or the other. Either, you know, make a connection again and try to move forward with them, or if they're not feeling the same way, then at least you have closure and you can move on, and you can release yourself from having to deal with these emotions. So we have Strength in reverse, and your underlying energy with the Seven of Wands again, this time in reverse. I think this king felt like he had to give up on this relationship. I don't think he felt like he had a choice. And I think he feels it's unjustified too. Four of Pentacles, there you are hanging on. You have the Four of Pentacles twice in your energy. Queen of Cups. This one's in the upright. And when it's in the upright, it's all about hanging on tight, not wanting to let go. Protecting something that you feel is of value. When it's in the reverse, this is about releasing or letting go, or carelessly letting go. Seven of Swords in reverse. This is about you fooling yourself in regards to your emotions. I'll show you some of these sets of cards here. There's the Tower again, clarifying the Tower reverse regarding this ending. And there's the King of Cups in the upright position. This person still has love for you, Sagittarius. And they're feeling defensive too. They're afraid to let you know too about how he really feels. The Queen of Wands And there's the Ten of Cups again in reverse. So let's go through some of these. Okay, so I think that this ending occurred because of something that was out of your control, or something that that was inevitable, something you couldn't change, and you were forced to walk away or leave this behind. I feel that both you and this King of Pentacles is feeling like there was no choice, that and he feels stuck too. This King of Pentacles could be you as well, Sagittarius, just so you know. This energy is in your underlying energy, but I picked up on you being the Queen of Cups down here. So you decide who you are. You could be either one. But there's still love here, and it just feels like, Sagittarius, that you were forced to give this up and walk away and release this relationship. It was out of your control. It was out of the King's control as well. But there's still loyalty there, and he hasn't moved on. He has not moved on. And you have not moved on. Now, you're still hanging on to some hard emotions in regards to this ending. And you're definitely still feeling emotionally attached and not feeling good about this ending. But you're doing okay in other parts of your life. Wow, the sun just came out. I think the lighting's still okay. It's actually late afternoon, so sometimes it starts to get a little fuzzy. So I will keep my eye on that so it doesn't, it's blinding me. I haven't seen sunlight in, it feels like 2 weeks, because we've been having cloudy, rainy weather. Anyway, back to you, Sagittarius. So I do feel that there's a little bit of, I think you're fooling yourself, Sagittarius, if I'm being honest, because you want to let go, but you can't. You feel stuck. You want to release these emotions, but you're stuck, and you're fooling yourself in regards to your heart, your feelings, the love for this individual that you have, the connection that you had. I think you want to release the feelings, or at least you're thinking that that's the right thing to do. I don't know that it's the right thing to do. The cards are indicating it could be that this ending, ouch, don't bite my ear. This ending really changed your life in a drastic way. And by that, I think that you really feel like you've missed out on what your Ten of Cups, moving towards your Ten of Cups with this individual, and that might be what you want to communicate to this person. That this ending steered you in the wrong direction in regards to happiness. This person, this king, is also, and I do feel like he's the King of Cups as well. He's feeling defensive about letting out the information regarding how he really feels about you, because I think you two are in the same boat. I think your feelings are mutual. And I think you're both trying to maintain control and both trying to keep yourselves emotionally under control, but also maybe trying to kind of keep your emotions to yourself so that you don't affect the other person's ability to move on or affect the other person's emotional well-being when it comes to the ending of this relationship. Now we have a Queen of Wands in your reading that popped up here at the end. I don't know who this person is to you, but this person feels like they're either, this could be one of the mutual friends that's helping you to move towards gaining some information in regards to this King of Pentacles, or vice versa. I think this person, if it's a mutual friend or family member, they know that you're confused and not sure how to move forward from this relationship, and they might be helping you to obtain some information about the other person. because this Queen of Wands realizes that you are unhappy, and she maybe wants to help you gain some information, or have the ability to move on from this missed opportunity. So I want to get a Dreams of Gaia card to finish up this reading for you, Sagittarius, and see if we can't get you some advice or some words of wisdom or next steps forward. What I can tell you, if you're watching this video in order to gain some understanding on how this person is feeling, because remember, tarot is a way of reading energy, and so this person is obviously still thinking about you, and you're obviously still thinking about this person. The feelings feel mutual based on what I'm seeing in the cards. So if you're watching this reading for that purpose, this person is still thinking about you and they have not moved on. What that means to you, I don't know. Again, if this was an ending of a relationship out of necessity because someone had to move away for business or school or something of that nature, and you just decided not to do the long distance thing, I get that. You know, those kind of relationships can be very challenging. But I think that you should keep in touch, and I think that based on what I'm seeing, that's part of the problem, is that you're fearful that staying in touch will make the feelings linger and you won't be able to move on. Well, maybe you're not supposed to move on, Sagittarius. Maybe you're supposed to hang on to this one, because maybe this one is your 10 of Cups. I'm not saying that it is for sure. I mean, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what I'm reading in the cards and the possibilities that can go along with the type of energy that I'm seeing in the cards. That maybe if you do have to hang on to a long distance relationship and make that work somehow, maybe it's going to be worth it, you know, Sagittarius? I'm just throwing that out there. There definitely is potential to reconnect, and this person is open to that. So even if you try to contact them, check up on them, see how they're doing, see how they're feeling, I think that this person would be open to communication for sure. So if you're afraid about that or feeling defensive about opening that door, don't feel defensive about that. And if this this is the one, if this Queen of Wands is kind of helping you out, maybe by getting things going, or maybe she's providing you back and forth information, I think that you should let this person help you out. If she's like the mutual friend that maybe can help you reconnect, that kind of thing. So we got the King of Fire. The King of Fire is a great card. I absolutely love looking at this one. I think this King of Fire could potentially represent your king that you're thinking about. I think that this meaning in this deck is pretty similar to the Rider-Waite King of Wands, which is what this card is. And the King of Wands is someone who's he's got a lot of leadership qualities, an ambitious individual, somebody who goes after what he wants, can be a very attractive, if you know what I mean, hubba type individual. So if this is a King of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Cups that you had to say goodbye to, holy cow, Sagittarius, I mean, sign me up for one of these, because I see why you're hanging on to him if this is who you've got on your mind. So, sorry, I'm trying to find my page. There he is. King of Fire. Okay, let's read this and then I'll close out this reading for you, Sagittarius. The King of Fire is a charismatic leader. He is passionate, and his passion is something others find inspiring because it is focused, grounded, and creative. He is the perfect team leader. He can draw to him the people who are necessary for a project to be completed, and every single person will want to play a part to help bring his vision to life. Some may see the King of Fire as an ideas man, but they only have to observe, and they will soon discover that he's very proactive. He likes to be involved, to get his hands dirty, and he will remain involved from inception to completion. The King of Fire is also fearless, dauntless. In fact, he is lion-hearted and the vital heartbeat of his court. He is not afraid to work hard, but he also respects and moves through his day with the awareness that he is only part of the whole. He is a necessary part, but still just a part, and one that can be replaced if his ventures fail. This is why the King of Fire works tirelessly to fulfill his role, and despite his gregarious ways and charismatic nature, is at the core a very unassuming and respectful man. It is why he calls upon and makes use of those around him. He understands that he is but one man, and in order to rule well, must be willing to delegate. In essence, he must be willing to share his power and his glory with others. If the King of Fire appears in your reading, it symbolizes the wisdom of knowing that even those who are leaders are a part of a team. Every wise leader has people around them who perform tasks that help them to keep things running smoothly. This same wise leader respects their team and appreciates the efforts made on their behalf. He symbolizes the importance of being interested and involved from the beginning to the end. He asks us not to start something, delegate, and then walk away. So again, a leader type individual, someone who could be a boss. If this is not a romantic relationship, and it does feel like if there wasn't romance in the beginning, it feels like there could have been a connection on that level. Maybe this is a businessman who had to move to another location to, start up a new company or whatever that looks like. It's hard for me to steer away from the idea that this is a potential romance, because you are feeling a loss, and I can see why. Because the only guy that's not out here is the King of Swords. But I'll take this combination, like I said, any day of the week and twice on Sunday. This is somebody worth hanging on to, even if it is just one of those things where you have to say goodbye for a period of time and then reconnect at a later date. Don't let this one go, Sagittarius. That's just my advice. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what I see in the cards. And the cards are indicating that you should kind of definitely try to reconnect with this one. So I'm going to let that go. Carmela has pooped a second time, and I almost stuck my arm in it. So I'm going to end this reading and clean up my table and try to get one more reading out before I lose my sun, light, and my ability to record. So thank you for joining me, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. Please join me again sometime. Bye.